to be. There seem to be what do I call it now? Especially among the women. They want to hug the Prime Minister. Children. I think the Prime Minister's security detail need to take note that so many people want to touch him. And I think it's a touch of wanting to say thanks. I heard a man telling the Prime Minister, Alorin, careful. I heard a man telling the Prime Minister that he has rescued Jamaica. He has rescued Jamaica. Give me a second there, listeners. Let me see if I can pull something up on the screen. All right. So that should be up there. So now, let's do that. All right. Yeah, I heard a man telling the Prime Minister that he has rescued Jamaica. And so as he moves across the country, what you are seeing is a deep appreciation of him. Not the Labour Party, you know. It's not the Labour Party that is necessarily attracting the support. It is Wholeness. Wholeness is ahead of the party. Move again, quickly. Wholeness is ahead of the party. And I have said to you last week that the impact of Wholeness on the election is unmeasurable at this time. We're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna give this 2 weeks. I'm gonna give it 2 weeks, and I'm gonna watch it very carefully before I'll be able to say definitively what the Wholeness impact is going to be on the election. What I can tell you is that there is no stadium in Jamaica right now that can hold labor rights. None. Labor rights are massive on the ground. There is an excitement building in Jamaica for Wholeness that I don't know what to say about. I better hold my thoughts on that and watch it a little bit more. I'm going to watch what is going to happen in Old Harbour tomorrow at that gospel concert. Hosted by MP Warmington. But labor rights seem very motivated, very enthused, and we have one hell of an election on our hands. Those of you who want to talk to me will have to give me a little time to climb out of this. I do take my time to climb out. Okay. Moya Lee. Moya Lee, Ira
Hi,
Thomas.
neighbor. That was a miss. I don't know how I got there. Please take me down.
All right. All right. In that. And Ira,
In that,
same thing. Wow. I have listeners. They don't talk to me. They just want to listen. Look at the lines. Look at the lines. Um, they're filled. And I need about 30 minutes to tell you this, About 30 minutes. Damien,
Diamond, yeah, Diamond, it's Diamond.
Diamond.
Yeah,
Is it,
man.
is it your first time here?
No, some always tuned into your program still, but at first, I'm jumping at the box still.
I am into the notes, sir. Do you have a brief comment to make, or do you want to just hold on? Wanna
Well, the brief comment I'm up make still, as you mentioned, said that for Prime Minister should keep a mass meeting right now. There's nowhere in still in Jamaica to hold
There is
labor.
nowhere in Jamaica that can hold labor rights right now, sir. No, nowhere.
You're correct still now
The
because
Labour Party has extended its support by at least 150,000 people. I'm telling you that.
yeah, that is true, sir.
And especially you see especially young girls, young people, young
younger
girls.
people. Yeah, the younger girls and the young. Yeah, that is true.
If Wholeness come a whole over tomorrow, it plays black up. If you go a Spanish town, it plays black up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I tell you that. I tell you that, brother.
Yeah, because I'm up on the ground still now. I'm on the ground. I'm from Soto Central constituency. And as if
I am coming from a little spot in Jamaica right now, and I can tell you something. That what I saw there is we never see this in 2020. Well, 2020 was an anomaly. We had COVID.
Yeah.
2016 was very competitive. But this a one year, Jesus Christ. Me say labor right like a son. There is nowhere in Jamaica that can hold labor right now. Them enough. I tell you,
Man, they're not free, and the Prime Minister is doing the right thing. He's organizing the workers and get the organization of the party, which is the office, that's the accurate thing to do.
Right now. If they call a conference in halfway tree, people going full from Washington Boulevard.
Yeah, definitely.
Straight to halfway tree.
Yeah, man. Andrew is a strategist. And
labor right river come down bank to bank.
You're right. That's true. True, neighbor.
Labor right river, sir, come down bank to bank. Yeah, and let me tell you this, sir. I tell the people, let me know, and they won't listen to me. Say, there are 3 sets of supporters for the Jamaica Labour Party now. They are the labor rights. Yes, labor rights. They are the those Rockstone ones.
Yeah,
Rockstone. Yeah, labor Rockstone, Bustamante labor right them.
Yeah, man.
And then you have the normal supporters of the Labour Party. Them not Rockstone, but them are supporters.
Yeah. I understand. Yes, yeah.
And then you have the Andrewites, the Brogadites.
Yeah, man.
The Wholenessites. And you see that Wholenessites? I think it is as large as 300,000.
That could be right, sir.
Yes, I think that there are about 300,000 Jamaicans. You see them social housing where him get up and give it, grow and go give it?
Man, personally, yeah, people have a personal and general liking for him.
Thank you. You see them, no underestimate that, brother, what that do for families and for communities,
Yeah, that's true.
When you give a man a house, Me a freeze or you a freeze, sir?
No, you're alive now. You are free. No.
You know what happened to the you know what we have to go work. We have to go work. We have to go work with what we have here. Is Digicel. Okay. All right. So what I want to talk to the listeners about is that I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why wholeness is gonna be hard to beat. I'm not saying that you can't beat him, but it's gonna be hard to beat him. It's gonna be very difficult to beat Andrew Wholeness at this election.
That's quite so. That's so true.
Yes. I don't think it is one of those elections that are putting party up against party. I think this is an Andrew Wholeness election.
Yes, sir.
And I don't think that you can beat him easily. No matter what they throw at him, it's going to be very difficult to beat him. And the first reason why I think he's going to be difficult to beat is that he has performed.
Yeah, true.
The government of the Jamaica Labour Party has delivered, sir. And the performance has been quite progressive. Many lives in Jamaica have been improved under this government. When you look at the economic development, the infrastructure projects,
Management of the economy.
the
Management of the economy.
management of the economy. It's a government that has performed. And let me tell you this, sir. Since 1962, we have not had a government that can run on its own. This is the first administration going into. You need to send me 10,000 roses tonight. 10,000. This is the first government going into an election that does not need a manifesto. Everybody don't need a manifesto, you know.
Because they have a record of achievements to campaign on.
After 9 years of government, you don't need a manifesto. What you point to is your record. And if you have delivered in the past, then there is no reason to suspect that you will not deliver in the future. The PNP needs to tell us what they are going to do. The Labour Party, the Labour Party has shown us what they can do.
Definitely, yeah.
The Labour Party don't need to be worried about what them are going to do. You can't tell us now what you are going to do. You have to show us what you have done.
Definitely.
It is the PNP that needs to show us what they are going to do. So they the PNP, can campaign on a promise.
Right. They have campaign on promises, yeah.
The Labour Party can campaign on performance.
And achievements. Definitely so.
Performance. Okay? So there are two bases. Yeah? There is one that says we have performed. The other man saying we're making you a promise. Now, here's a challenge. Here's a challenge that the one who said they're promising you has. Here's a challenge they have. Their record in government does not give us the confidence that the promises they are making they can deliver. And that is part of the challenge that they are going to face.
Yeah.
It's a matter of credibility. Are you credible with these things that you are promising? Okay, so the first reason why Wholeness is strong favorite, I think. As a matter of fact, I thought about this today, Garfman, and I put Wholeness 58% to Golden 42. I give Wholeness a 58% probability. When I look at it, I give him a 58% of winning, and I put the PNP's chances at 42%. Which gives him a 12-point lead from my analysis.
And that breakout across the country. Well, you could have a prediction saying.
Yeah, I give you
between 40 to 43 seats thereabout.
No, I'm not going to come down to the seats yet. I have the seats, and I'm going to tell all of my listeners that I have had the seats from last year, and I have not changed my projections.
Okay.
I have not changed because I knew even what was happening last year. I knew that the likelihood of a third term for the Labour Party was high based on what I saw at the time. I wasn't surprised at the local government results. Yes, Action Jackson, great mind thinks alike. So I'm going to tell the listeners nearer to the election what the seat count, my own projection. I mean, I have Casey, that's the forecaster, but I'm going to tell you from my own instinct. My instincts tell me that it's a 52-48% in favor of the Jamaica Labour Party. That's what I said. That's what I said, sir, earlier. 52, or did I say 58? 58-42. No, 58-42. Yeah, 58-42. The second reason why I, not seats, guys, not seats, percentage. hold on there. Let me see if I can get this up. The second one is that Wholeness has prioritized people. I think people is at the center of the Labour Party's progressive agenda. The people. It is fascinating that there is a poll in Jamaica suggesting that the PNP cares more for the poor. The evidence do not suggest that. If you look at the Wholeness agenda, the vision he has, it puts the people at the forefront of the government initiatives. Let's be reasonable. You want me to list them out for you? Well, then I'll take the rest of the program to do so. Social welfare programs has been tremendously boosted under this administration. The vulnerable, the poor, I understand that the government has just introduced a social pension for persons who did not pay into the pension scheme. If you want to know that a government cares, look at how it prioritizes the welfare of the people. Solidarity program, I'm understanding it is called. And look at recently the government initiative of implementing a school bus system for rural students. My understanding is that they'll pay only $50. $50. Wholeness is going to be hard to beat because his government has prioritized the people. So on the social welfare matrix, they are scoring high. On the education and training matrix, there is work to be done, but again, very impressive. The government has invested heavily in education and skills training, equipping Jamaicans with skills needed to compete in the global economy. I think that putting Dana Morris Dixon up at the Education Ministry was a brilliant move. Brilliant move. And I think Dana Morris Dixon, with time, can transform education. She herself, a Rhodes Scholar, a very bright woman, extremely talented, that she's the right person for the job. So she's the right person for the job. So on the prioritizing of people, people know, when people talk about the power to the people, you are from the people. That's what governments must do. They must prioritize the welfare of their people. And then there is greater access to healthcare. Many people don't remember that it was the Jamaica Labour Party that removed fees. I'm beginning to sound like Chuck Finley. I hope I'm not sounding like Chuck, because I don't want to I don't want to sound like him, promoting the party so much. No, I don't want to sound like him. Right. Prioritizing people. And then I also think that the policies are people-centric. They are pragmatic policies. There is progressive performance. There is people-centric priorities. There is prudent planning. Yes? And there is positive perception. Let's do them one by one. So, Wholeness has taken a pragmatic approach to governance, focusing on practical solutions, incremental progress. And this is what is appealing to voters, because voters are seeking stability and effectiveness. And one thing you can say of Jamaica at this time is that it is stable. Pragmatism. Wholeness appears to be a pragmatic leader. He plans his moves and his strategies. And then the whole matter of patriotism. If you notice that they have gone for choose Jamaica. Choose Jamaica. Patriotism. A call for national unity. Accountability. Jamaica don't need an opposition. Long-term thinking, patriotism. And therefore, I think with these pragmatic policies, progressive performance, people-centric priorities, prudent planning, and the whole matter of patriotism, there may be quite a difficulty unseating him. And as I said to you earlier, when you look at what is happening on the ground, clearly there is a groundswell of support developing for the Prime Minister, and by extension, the Jamaica Labour Party. Will it translate into votes? That's where the party machinery comes in. To convert the enthusiasm into votes. Because it's not crowd that win elections. It is votes. And so those persons who want a hug, those persons who are in the crowd shouting, show up. Show up. Do you have a vote? Are you registered to vote? Because you could shout show up from now till the morning. That will not elect your party. It is votes that win the election. So the Prime Minister has the goodwill. The people love him. They are appearing to want to give him a third term. Him, and not so much the Labour Party. The fact that he's leader of the Labour Party benefits from that. Can the party capture the enthusiasm and translate it at the ballot box? That is where the machinery of the party is going to be tested. I am of the view that the People's National Party is well-oiled, well-motivated, and well-funded. And I also am of the view that their organization is in tip-top shape. You see that in their ability to draw a crowd, because it's not always organic. It requires planning. You don't fill the arena by just sending out an invitation, you know. You don't fill the arena by just sending out an invitation. You fill the arena through your ground game. You have to, elections are won in the air and on the ground. In the air is your advertisement, your messaging. On the ground is where your foot soldiers know, your PD workers, your runners, where they know where the votes are. So all of them full up bus, big motorcade. That's psychological. That's emotional. And that has its place. But that don't win you the election. What wins you the election is your ability to convert those same people shouting shower to go behind that booth and put your ex beside the Mr. Warmington. Yes, that is what wins you the election. Because you could shout us until you drop down. If you don't go mark an X, your side will not win. Repeating that I think that the opposition PNP is very organized, very motivated. I need the light. It's very motivated and is pushing hard for a narrow win. I believe that the PNP knows it cannot win a landslide. It cannot. The only party in this race that can win a landslide is the Jamaica Labour Party. The PNP cannot win a landslide with 14 seats. It needs 18 seats to win the election. If it's going to win a landslide, something extraordinary is going to, and it is not going to happen between now and the next election. So only one party can really win a landslide in this election, and that is the Jamaica Labour Party. If the PNP is going to win, it's going to be a narrow victory. No more than 34 seats. The Labour Party can retain their 49, maybe pick up another one or two, as well as they could get as low as 38 seats. But there's no landslide here and the PNP knows that. The PNP knows that. And so the PNP is concentrating its effort in pockets of Jamaica that it knows it has a chance in. And that is prudent political posturing. And I believe they know where their people are. And I think they have crunched the numbers and know what they are doing. Do not underestimate Dayton Campbell, you know. And do not underestimate the PNP's ability to organize and win the election. So while you need enthusiasm, while you need your people to be shouting shower and dancing to your festival music, that is part of the festivities of our culture, how we campaign. That does not win the election. What wins on the day is the machinery, the political machine at work. And I suspect, it's a suspicion I have, that the reason why the election is not called yet is that the party's machinery needed to be brought up to speed. Because it don't make no sense you go into the election and your political machinery is cranky. It will not deliver the result. Jamaicans don't necessarily go out willingly to vote, you know. The diehards do that. But others need some motivation. Right? And so you have to inspire your voters. You have to motivate voters to take action and support the party. I think the party is doing that through its appreciation service, service or events, where it is going around the island giving them certificates. Too late. They should have gotten it long time. But better late than never. Right? And then you have to unify the diverse groups and create a sense of shared purpose. And then you need a winning message. A winning message can be the difference between winning and losing. The PNP's message, as captured in their slogan, is time come. When time come came out, it took off because it really sounded catchy. It was a catchy cliche. It is important to understand the electorate and tailor the message to specific demographics and deliver it through the right channels. The Labour Party has since responded with Choose Jamaica. Choose Jamaica is the broad concept, and it suggests patriotism. But for the men, for the little old lady up in Moko, what does that mean to her? Patriotism is not a word that many Jamaicans know. or even understand. And so you're pushing patriotism through your message. But that message has to be broken down into the different specific demographics and refined so that people understand. The time come has fallen flat because it has not been backed up by a discrediting of the government. The only way that time come could succeed is if the message follows with a set of arguments that discredits the government and show that they have underperformed or have not done well, or they are corrupt and should be removed from office. And the PNP has not done that. So the PNP has not won the case for time come. For though time come sounds good, that slogan is not appropriate for this time. Time not come yet. So the PNP plucked something out of the hat. They never thought about it well. If the PNP had thought about an appropriate slogan, I could suggest some to them. Garfman, I could suggest something to them, but they can't get it again because too late. If the PNP had thought about it well, they would not have gone with this slogan. And I don't know if you noticed that the PNP is trying to tag on something on time come. Have you noticed that? Because the time come message is only a winning message, as I said, if the PNP is able to discredit the government, to show that the government has failed. And the PNP has not been able to show Jamaicans that the government has failed, because every week the government is opening a new project, breaking ground for a new project. The government has a $43 billion Sparks program going on now. They are open urban center. They are buying new buses. They are implement school bus service. They are build hospital. You get what I'm saying? So then, that was not a wise slogan for the PNP to have used. There are others that they could have used, because that slogan requires them to prosecute the case against the government and to show that the government is failing. And by all intent and purposes, this is not a government that is failing. Not a perfect government. There are gaps, things that can be done, but you can't say that this is a failing government. You cannot say it's a failing government when they have crime down by 42%. You can't prosecute that. You cannot say it's a failing government when they have created 250,000 new jobs. You cannot say it's a failing government when they have not put on any new taxes in the last 10 years. And as a matter of fact, they have reduced taxes. You cannot say it's a failing government when the Statistical Institute of Jamaica is telling us that poverty has been cut in half. You can't say it's a failing government. Right? Can't say it's a failing government when they are delivering houses and fixing roads and doing all the things they are doing. You cannot say that. And therefore, the time come message only appeals to comrades. Only comrades you can bring that to. It doesn't fall outside the gates of 89 Old Hope Road. The PNP needed a more compelling message that captures the aspirations of the Jamaican people. That is the advice that I'm giving to them. They needed to have craft a message that is forward thinking. They needed to have shown what the next 5 years can be with them. I'm not suggesting that they would win with it, but I think they would have a better chance if they had crafted a 21st century inspirational, aspirational message that says to Jamaicans, we can achieve this, or you can achieve this with the People's National Party. Because the difficulty they are having is finding things to criticize the government about. And that's why they are falling into traps. They're falling into traps. Because it is difficult for them to win without discrediting the government. Because remember, people vote out governments. They don't vote in the government. They don't vote in government. They vote them out. And there are no narratives in Jamaica currently that suggests that the people of Jamaica overwhelmingly wants to get rid of this government. The best you could say is that it is 50-50. And even at 50-50, the PNP is not winning. Because remember, the government have 49 seats in the parliament. You follow me? Okay. Ever Bless 40. How are you? I'm at 7:30, and I need about 10 more minutes to wrap this up. You have to send me a request, Ever Bless 40. Send me a request. You have to send me the request up in the box so that I can chime you in. I haven't seen any request from you. Bum. All right. I don't want. Oh, Ever Bless 40. I see your question. I'll address that soon. All right. So then, let me get back to my comrades' friends, because them asking me to talk about them. They want me to talk about them, and I'm telling them that you underestimated Jamaicans when you came with Time Come. You underestimated the strength of the government when you came with Time Come. You underestimated them, the government, because what you were banking on is, you notice that the PNP did not go after the government to discredit the government. They went after the leader. They saw a little opening and they went for it. But it has backfired, because we are weeks out of the election and no report. The last thing the Gleaner tried don't work. The Access to Information Act, they tried that, and the IC say, hey, no, We ain't going to release that report. So, argument done. The Prime Minister will go into the election and this report will not come out. And I can tell you that after the election, that's the end of this matter. Okay? So you would have to have discredited the government for time come to win. And you have not. Because it's hard to do. It's hard. It's just hard to do. Right? I mean, if crime was up, you could campaign on that and say, look how crime out of control. Even inflation, that I see the PNP now trying to say, okay, let's try the inflation thing with rising cost. Many people are saying it's all over the world. We now live in a global village. People are more informed. People have more information. And so people are not blaming the government necessarily for some of these things. It's a difficult path for my friends on the opposition side. And then when you compound that with the errors that they are making. Last week, what dominated social space, social media, some a bit of traditional media, is the bus service, the school bus service. Very popular among Jamaicans, it appears. And the PNP, they were being nailed. And rather than letting it go, they doubled down. They doubled down on it. And when you thought that things couldn't get any worse for the opposition, what are people talking about all day today? Mark Golding, a cuss bad word. What do you think people are going to be talking about tomorrow? Mark Golding, a cuss bad word. Watch what's going to happen Monday morning when Nationwide pick it up. Because I saw it up on their website. Cliff Hughes, George Davis, they're going to be talking they're going to be talking about it. Bad press. Bad press in the middle of an election campaign is one of the worst things that can happen to a political party. Emily Shields. Yes? People are going to be, and do not underestimate the influence of these TikTokers with them 200 viewers, them 100 viewers. Yes, that's what they're talking about. Meanwhile, Andrew does off him Clarks. So the PNP, they do not have a winning message. As I've explained to you, time come is not a winning message, because for time come to win, you have to discredit the government. You have to discredit the government and show the people that time come for the PNP. The PNP faces two challenges there. One is their history in government, which the Labour Party has pointed to say, when you had 18 and a half years, listen what you did. And so they have a credibility issue. And secondly, they have not put before the Jamaican people the aspirations, the plans. And the plans would have to be better than what the people are getting now. So when you tell the people that you are going to, rather than use the buses, you're going to use Probox and AD Wagon, that's not impressing them. That's not impressing them at all. What is the PNP's plan to grow the economy? Gabriela Morris, you say that the growth is up at Andrew Wholeness's house, 1.1%. What is your plan? What are your plans to grow the economy? Right? You understand what I'm saying to you? On crime. what are the plans that the PNP has for further reducing the crime? So you would have to present to the people better alternatives. And they have to believe it, because you have to sell it to them. Yes? And you know, I think gone are the days when you can simply make wild promises that you're going to pay off them light bill, and those things not going anywhere anymore, you know. People do not believe those things anymore because they have gotten used to platitudes. It's a silly season. Yes? And so when you promise people things, they're going to fact check you, and they're going to ask you how you're going to pay for it. Right? Whatever you promise, when they go to the political debates, whoever conducting it, if it's even Dion Jackson Miller, she's going to ask those tough questions. How you plan to pay for it? Yes? So there's a problem there. And then we come to what is called grassroots mobilization, building a strong ground game to connect with voters personally. That's what the Prime Minister is doing now. Grassroots mobilization, strong ground game. And then you have to leverage media. You have to leverage media, traditional media. Traditional media, it's like TVJ, CVM, RGR, Nationwide, all of that. Millions of dollars will be spent buying advertisement. Every 15 minute, you're going to be hearing an ad. And they are very expensive. But now, you have social media. And I can tell these politicians, you're not going to come up here for free. You're not going to come up here for free. Because our audience is larger than some of the audiences that you are currently pumping money in. Cumulatively, the social media audience is the largest audience. Is the largest audience. And so don't think that you can come up here, talk to 600 people, and don't even put a red stripe. Right? No, man, we talk to the people. Because you have to leverage the spaces where people are getting information. I don't know if my listeners know that sometimes when you hear politicians on traditional media, they pay for it, you know. You don't know that. Don't think that some of these interviews are not prearranged. They pay for it. They are largely infomercials. So you have commercials and you have infomercials, right? And so the parties have to leverage digital media to amplify their message and to reach a broader audience. Many people in Jamaica have tuned out from TV. Many people in Jamaica, I don't think I have watched primetime news for more than a year. And I don't know if I've listened to the 5 o'clock news in months. More than 350 people are now watching this program. How many radio stations in Jamaica you think at this point have 350 people tuned in? Okay? People are leaving traditional media for social media. Okay? See, I see a listener say, I tune out for over 5 years now. TV. When last you buy a news, a Gleaner or an Observer? You know how much you take out a double page ad in the Gleaner? The last time I checked, it was upwards of $300,000. Okay? I wonder how many people bought the Gleaner today. They may read it online. They don't buy no Gleaner. So, Jamaica girl, we have a space here, and if people want to access it, we will not be used. We will not be used. And I know that there are people in the box listening. They can carry the news that neighbor say his platform is not a propagandist platform for people to come use us. Yes? No, sir. Not going to be used, Jamaica girl. So I will direct them to you, and they can have their say up here. Both sides can have their says. Caroline, thank you so much. Thank you, Caroline. They can have their say, but they need to talk to you. All right? Because this election is going to be won or lost on social media. We're planning to do some extra hours. Yes. And we're not doing it for free. And just chat. And at the end of the day, we can't pay with internet bill. We can't pay with light bill. And we throw it dry. Can't even buy one bottle of water. Jamaica girl, I have your contract. Tari, KC, Philippians, talk to me. Phillips. You have to leverage the media, traditional and digital media, to amplify the message and reach a broader audience. Right? And then you have to make data-driven decisions using analytics to inform campaign strategy and to optimize resources. Right? So the days of shouting to people, those days are over. You have to be targeted. You have to be clinical. Yes? Neighbor has an audience. You need to know what audience listen to neighbor. These 300 people that are up here, from what demographic group of the society are they from? How diverse are these listeners? Yes? Analytics. Cumulatively at this point, how many people are on social media listening? Yes? How do you tailor a message for my audience vis-a-vis another man's program? Infomedia, Classic, Chalk. Yes, that's how you have to do it. It has to be data-driven decision making. To be data-driven. And you have to make sure that you are accessing every space where people gather to listen. And I'm not boasting, but people gather here. 6,000 people passed through this live this morning. 6,000. Some stay for 5 minutes, some for 10 minutes, some for half an hour. But there were 6,000 people that listened the program this morning. That is an audience that you would have missed, Labour Party. That's an audience you would have missed, comrades. How are you leveraging social media to get your message out to the people? 6,000 votes, Garfman, can swing any election in Jamaica. Right? Between Monday to Friday, Nearly 70,000 people come up on this platform. Nearly 70,000 pass through. So our program, we're not going to come up here come beg. Okay? I'm saying to the part, because I know you're listening, you are listening, that our platform is available to have conversations that matter on the issues that confronts the Jamaican people, on the path that we are to be taken on the programs that are in place and are to be in place that will benefit Jamaican people. And we are prepared to have you, members of parliament, in battleground constituencies. 10 votes can shift the election in your favor. 20 votes. And so if you need our services, talk to us. We can help both sides by highlighting you, your work, your programs, but it will not be for free. It will not be for free. All right, so going forward, you better understand that, because I know of the influence that our program has and other programs too, and you know now go use we. And as I said, you pump all the money in social media, but in traditional media, because social media is unregulated, but it has influence and it is reaching much more people than traditional media today. I think I want to take up a few callers at this time. I wanted to do indicators pointing to PNP victory and indicators pointing to a Labour Party victory. Mr. Murray? Mr. Murray?
How are you, sir?
Good afternoon to you, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, neighbor.
Good evening.
I was just listening to the program and your whole analysis. I normally listen, and I like the way you break it down. But today, the spin that you did on it about the reach and the influence that the social media has, I must say it's refreshing. It might be troubling for some, but it's refreshing that you said it, that you guys will not be used, because the knowledge that I got from politics, and I'm a person that I used to follow politics a long time ago, but most of the knowledge, background knowledge, do the forecasting,
Yes,
and all of that I have garnered since listening to your program, from KC, and the depth. That's
the
that
in-depth analysis.
Yes, that gets you to think about the politics beyond color.
And you don't get that on traditional media, sir. Which traditional media you get that?
No, you don't get that. So especially for undecided voters, people that is not aligned to a party that want to decide on the worth and conduct of a party, the value that they'll be having. When I finish listening to your program, most of the time I sit down and I reflect, and sometimes I catch a one-screen recording when a part of it is interesting, and I go and re-listen to it.
Look at that.
And then you'll decide on there, like, oh, but I always.
As a matter of fact, sir, I don't want to disappoint my listeners,
Right.
but we're thinking about moving the program off this platform because we are suffer.
I totally understand and agree.
And you know something, sir? One of the fascinating thing is that it seems like people expect you to come put out cap before them and beg. Jamaican
Right.
people not really support nothing, you know, sir.
That's true.
They are mere consumers.
That's true. I'll tell you, you know, you are what you sell yourself to be. And a lot of people now will say that maybe neighbor joined the TikTokers with the beginning. But the time and the effort that is
Well,
placed in this.
well, you know, sir. Well, you know, sir. If 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 I come and turn on my camera and I don't prepare, I'm going to be lost in a lot of things.
Yep.
The type of program that we want to offer is a program that is researched. I have a young man on the line there right now, Tari, 17-year-old, young man. I want to be able to gift him something. Yes,
Right.
because I asked him to do a program for me called Tari's Take, and
Right.
he has to sit down for 2 hours to research it.
Right.
My forecaster, sir, has to take time off from work to do work for me.
Right.
Yes, and
Right.
therefore, so how is he going to survive? We're not ashamed to say it that that prepare to continue just, people want me to sit here for 4 hours, 5 hours to facilitate them, and they can't contribute a $2 or $3 or $20. That is not fair, sir.
That is reasonable thinking. That is reasonable thinking,
Of course
because
it is.
as I said, the the um the meat, the substance that comes
Yes.
from this, it's more than when you give a man a $20,000 to go sit down at a bar and go buy some youth some drink, and by tomorrow morning they don't even remember that you buy them drink because somebody else come and buy them another drink. You understand? But this come with like so much. Even the interviews. Even when
Hold up. Princess Edwards, please get in touch with Jamaica Girl. Jamaica Girl, please get in touch with Princess Edwards. See, she wants to talk to us about that. Please get in touch with her. I'm getting some water to drink. Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
yes. So yeah, so even when you have the some people that is not in agreement with your take, and some people may try to find out to which political divide you are aligned,
Uh-huh.
and the way, because I've passed through a few programs, and I've never spent 5 minutes on most other programs.
Yes.
It's all about cussing because of color. And but to tell you, you have put a difference on political journalism,
Wow. Thank you.
and I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. So continue good work, and wherever I can support, I will support.
Yeah, you need to get in touch with Jamaica Girl, sir.
All right,
All right.
definitely so.
Jamaica Girl, make sure that you are in touch with Mr. Murray, and he will talk to you. Okay? Thank you.
I appreciate it. Blessings. Have a good night, everyone.
You too, man. All right. All right. Let's see Garf, man. Garf man is gonna come back. I'm going to give him 5 minutes until 8 o'clock. Garf man? Garf man? Garf man? No. He's not there. He's not there. Okay. I think probably he's active. He's active these days, man. Pressure upon you, Garf man. Spanish Town. Spanish Town. Spanish Town. Fall asleep. Garfman too. You wait too long. Eh? Yeah. Yes, sir.
My apology, neighbor, you know. But now prosperity like, you know, neighbor, so I have to catch prosperity around the corner, you know.
Yes.
Neighbor, I hear you. And I have said this to you openly. In reference to your program, I may not agree with everything that you have said. I may not agree.
I don't agree with everything you're saying.
Exactly. So that's the greatest thing about democracy, you know. But you have something to offer than any other TikTokers on the and the platform, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you tends to at times you tends to lean to the Jamaica Labour Party, and when it comes to the PMP party,
yes,
and when it comes to the PMP party, you just come back in the middle center, you know.
I see.
You understand, but you tilt the scale for the Labour right, and when it comes to the socialists, them the blood and fire, you tend to just come in at the middle, you know. You just play middle center like a center half, you know, and navigate the field well, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what you do. But
I'm not agreeing, though, you know. I'm just.
No, you know, neighbor. You see, the greatest thing about democracy, we could always listen, and when we listen, let me say this to you. A cousin of mine said to me years ago, that when you tell a man a lie, you have to go into your dark corner and think about that lie.
Oh my.
That's what he said to me. So because when you tell a man a lie, you have to go in your dark corner and think about that lie. You see, the person who you tell that lie, he or she does not need to process that. Right. You are the one that needs to contend with what you said.
So true.
So that is it. So that is why I am telling you. So I'm not lying to you. But one thing I can tell you, I love your forecasters for the parish of Manchester.
You back on that again tonight?
No, I will never give that up. But I don't want anybody to come up with no willy-nilly pie in the sky and shoot out a number that they themselves know that they themselves don't have. I can only talk on what I can afford. And I will tell you again, I have $2,000 and Michael Phillips in Northwest Manchester. And again, that's it. And I am willing and ready and able to do so. Because I am so confident like the day I'm born. You know, that was a guarantee shout, you know.
Well, yes, and you have your right to be confident. I'm not a betting man, but you put out your bet. Let's see. By the way, I have been getting some offers to match you. I have been, yes, I have been.
When are you going to take it up?
Yes, of course. People are saying that people from Manchester saying
they can
not pool. Some people are asking if you are prepared to go higher.
Neighbor, again, I am capping my bet at $2,000. So they no longer need to ask if I am going any higher.
Yeah.
The bet is at $2,000.
Let me ask you something, Garfman. What is happening to Mark Golding?
Neighbor, what is happening to Mark Golding?
Yes.
Probably you have to call Mark Golding's office and ask Mark Golding that. I don't know what's happening.
As a supporter of Golding. By the way, were you one of them that called for Mr. Warmington's arrest when he used the expletives? Were you one of them that supported that he should have been arrested?
Well, when Mr. Warmington used the expletive, basically, and I will stand on what the General Sec has said, that if it was a Vibes Cartel or a Tony Curtis, whosoever, an entertainer at an event, at a stage show, and use the such profanity, the police would have issued an arrest warrant for well, the court. I would assume the police would have went to the court to get an arrest warrant for the person. The person will be arrested for the use of profanity in the public space. Now, when Mark Golden, and again, and you are going to say that I am biased and people are going to say I want PMP boy and him this and him that. But what I'm saying here, Mark Golden was caught on a hot mic. It's not like Mark Golden went in front of the mic, and you must agree on this. We must agree on this. And let me finish before you knock me out cold like Mike Tyson.
No, not your.
No. Let me finish. Let me finish. No, let me finish. Mark Golden was using a mic, and apparently they have been having audio issues for a couple of days or so forth. And when he tap it, it is like out of frustration. He used the BC, yeah. If that is so, if that is the case, but it's not like Mark Golden went to the platform and utter and say what the BC. This or that, not like what Everald Warmington did. And it's a hot mic he was caught. And no, let me finish here. No, the hot mic or not hot mic, it shouldn't have been said. But the way people like yourself is putting it is like he went out there directly, purposely, to make such a statement, to use profanity. And I must ask you, do you believe that Mark Golden went there purposely, intentionally to mention the BC? That's a question to you.
That's not the issue, sir.
No. I understand that is not the issue, but we have context matters. Context matter, neighbor. Is not he used it. And it is wrong. Let us be clear on that.
I am giving you the time to speak because I want it back.
Okay, your time.
Thank you. That is not the issue.
Yes, he did. Yes.
Neighbor, I gotta go because I don't want to communicate with this young lady. I talk to you later.
I know you had to go. I know you had to go.
No, because you are rude. You are rude, and I wish not to be in the same space as yourself. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Get away, you rubbish.
You hear that, neighbor? You hear that?
I didn't say anything to you.
No, you are rude. You are
you want to come
rude.
and insult me? Get away.
You're extremely rude. And for someone who claim who you are and how you operate, you are extremely rude.
You don't like to be challenged. You want to come up here and spew all kind of falsehood and then pick up for Master Mark, and we should not come up here and put you in your place. Somebody send Trevor the live.
All right.
Continue with the program, neighbor.
Thank you. All right. The issue is not about whether Mark Golden said it to the audience or not. The issue is that a man seeking political office, the highest office in Jamaica, could have been so out of control on a stage, surrounded by people, and is talking to people. That is the issue. And Warmington is known for his style. Many people are surprised that Golden even cussed bad word. Many people are surprised that Golden even used profanity. And that is the major difference. It's not the bad word, because most Jamaicans cuss bad. It is the time. It is the space. It is the person. And anyone who tries to spin this will find that they are going to come upon a problem. It is unspinnable. The best the PNP can do at this time is to have Mr. Golden apologize for the offense that it has caused, because it has caused offense. Many people are disappointed in him. Hot mic, if you get on an American TV in a hot mic moment and use the N-word, they're going to fire you. Hot mic, well, if you go into the court and you have such a moment, the judge is going to charge you. Hot mic, so because it is hot mic, you can say anything. What about libel? Can you libel someone on a hot mic? What about slander? Could you not slander someone on hot mic? It's about being aware. It's about being in control. It's about being in command of your space. It's been diplomatic. What would you say, Jamaicans, if Mr. Golden was on the international stage representing Jamaica at a global event and had a mic issue and issued those words? He was at the UN, United General, and the mic now work. Would you excuse it? Wouldn't Jamaicans be profoundly embarrassed? Let's say he became CARICOM chairman and the mic failed. Yes. He's at the White House at a press conference. Or it's because of the people that are, you see, part of our problem is that we don't value ourselves, We Jamaicans, we don't think much of ourselves. And it is to the extent that we value ourselves that our leaders are going to value us. Yes? What is the intrinsic value that we place upon ourselves as Jamaicans? Our leaders can talk to us anyway, tell us bad word. You can't spin that one here. The gentleman is correct. He's correct to say that Golden never go up on stage and tell the people in bad word. He's correct. The context is correct based on what? In comparing it to Warmington. But it is still egregiously wrong because of who the person is, where he was, the circumstances. And I want to issue a word of advice to a lot of these people up on stage talking. You are not only talking to the audience in front of you, you're literally talking to the world. Because there are people there with their cameras on, recording you live. And it's going all over the world. One moment like this has gone viral. 20 years ago, nobody would hear about it. You have to be conscious politicians that you are speaking to the world. So don't look at the audience in front of you only. Think of why we don't script our politicians, man, and put them up on what they call the screen? Teleprompters. Why we don't script them? Yes? Just one bag of word salad. Hey, you ready? Yeah, you ready? Yeah, you ready? That's why they're making these mistakes. Put the people on teleprompter, man, and let them talk to the Jamaican people. They're talking down to them. That is the real issue here. It's not about whether he said it to the people directly. Could he have been so out of control in that moment? Because the whole scene is embarrassing. Based on how he was tapping the mic and what he was saying. It's the whole thing. It's not only the bad word. It's just the erratic behavior. And now people are embarrassingly suggesting the probability, the possibility even, that the leader of the opposition may have been drunk. Could that be true? Could that be true? Because if that perception is out there, then it is something that needs to be examined, because that's what I've heard. Right? We have to be more aware, especially if you're a leader. Especially if you're a leader. Yes. Responsibility is not a detachable burden that you shift to the shoulders of others. It's something you have to accept. I am the leader. I am seeking the highest office of this country. My words matter. What I say matter. How I conduct myself matters. It matters to the 3-year-olds. It matters to the primary school students. It matters to high school students. And our people need leaders that they can emulate. This is not something that our young people should emulate. Leadership is not only about what is done. It is also about how one behaves, how you act, how you respond. Yeah? So, Garfman? No, sir.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you have a question. May I just say, Philippians?
Neighbor, someone mentioned
Allow,
about Dr. Sophia Langmore in the chat, and more we're seeing that what she said is truly valid. It is valid because this man acts so deranged, you know. His behavior is just it's nasty.
okay.
He's not someone we can admire. He's I don't know. This man shouldn't even be running Lord God.
No.
This man is a disgrace.
Remember, but Philippians, you are not going to support him. But many people are going to probably support him. They have a choice, you know. That is why you have put up a man. You have put up a man, you know.
But this is appealing only to his supporters. So he's only this man is hello sir. You need to have manners. You don't have no manners and no home training. You stay just like Swampy. Yes. You're so rude. Yes, he's only trying to attract his base, right? But not the you know, the uncommitted, I don't see PNP don't have any message to reach to the uncommitted voters. It's just their base. I don't know.
Yes. All right. Mr. Garfman.
Yes, boss.
Go ahead, sir.
Let me ask you a question, neighbor. Have you ever stopped, and I don't know if you have the capability of doing so, and do the analysis of all these people you are reaching? For example, you have 307 people here on the live, and you stated that you have others on the For You page, and you
Not
make
I state. It's not I stated. It's what you have. It's
okay,
what.
the
It's what.
facts, the
What
facts,
is.
and you have it. Okay, cool. I'm just saying what you said, right? I'm just repeating what you say. And this morning, you have over 1,000 people engaged with you this morning. Probably one of these good days, you need to do an in-depth analysis to find out where these people are located. And you need to run an analysis of how many of these individuals are willing to leave Kingston 21 to get to Kingston 20. Because whether or not you want to accept this, yes or no, today I heard a program on a local radio station, and the question was posed that an election is imminent in Jamaica anytime now, of course, within 3 months, whatever the time frame. And the host asks if 10 persons could call and indicate if he or she is planning on going back to Jamaica for when the election is called, to cast a vote for either party. The hosts make it very clear they did not want to know what political party a person will be voting for, but the question was, how many people are heading back to Jamaica to cast a vote? So probably these are things. This is one of these live. You should do that because you are the most popular live. Can you see all the gangs are here? All the gangs are here, and all the peeps are here, and all the bright minds are here. So those are the questions. That's a day you need to look at it because, as I will tell you, and I made this very clear.
When a man
Hold on,
starts praising,
Let me
when a
finish.
man
Let me
starts
finish.
praising, you have to watch the man there,
No,
Easy to praise.
I didn't hear you.
That's all right. Go ahead.
Okay, and I will make it very, very clear. And anybody who upset is up to them. That's their problem. I am not coming back to Jamaica to cast a vote. And frankly speaking, I know within myself, chances are when the election date is called, I may very well be in Jamaica then or after, because it's a place that Jamaica is somewhere that I have to make at least several trips per year.
Yes, Garfman, but I'm not satisfied that you have answered the question that is
What
relevant to voters. Mark Golding's is profanity. You say it's hot mic. I explained to
Hot
you.
mic.
Yeah, yes, but what is going to be the result going forward? What should the PNP do in this moment?
Going forward, the PNP, Mark Golding and his hierarchy of the PNP and his consultant has to make sure that they have to take responsibility. They have to be more diplomatic. They have to be more mindful. They have to be prepared to be. You don't necessarily want to be scripted, but you have to be prepared. You have to start from somewhere. So basically, you have to know it's an audio, it's a lighting, anything could happen.
Let me ask you this, Garfield. If this were the Prime Minister, what would you have said?
Well, okay, good question. If this was the Prime Minister and it's a hot mic situation, I would have said the same thing. But then, people who are on the opposing side of the Prime Minister, they will jump on it like red meat. That is
and you think, Gartman, that if it were the Prime Minister said that, Don't you think that right now people would be lashing him left, right, and center all over social media?
No, but I mean, people are lashing Mark Golan left, right, and center also for at Mike. So it is just what good for the goose, good for the gander. Simple as that.
Yes.
I mean, look at Juliet Cuthbert. Remember, Juliet Cuthbert was caught
Yes.
on a recording.
Yes, sir.
And that was a 7-day wonder later then.
Should the opposition leader apologize to Jamaicans for
That
this?
was a private conversation
neighbor,
that
you ask her, you ask
was
me, neighbor.
revealed.
Hold on, Philip.
That
Philip.
was a private conversation that someone exposed.
You hear this stuff?
Government should Mark Golan
Absolutely. I absolutely believe that the
hasn't
opposition
he
leader.
done so? Why
should
hasn't
have-
he done so already?
But neighbor, you see the difference with me and the neighbor. I am not going to speak for Mark Golden what he should have not done, like your people who will speak for the Prime Minister or speak for members of the Labour Party, unless they are the personal assistant to these people. I am not an assistant to Mark Golden. I don't speak on behalf of Mark Golden.
I know you are not, but I'm asking you your opinion as a
my
supporter.
opinion is that I believe that Mark Golden should have given an apology the moment it came out. Immediately, an apology should have been tendered. Simple as
Or the
that.
minute he realized that it got out.
That's what I said. The minute he realized an apology should have been tendered. No, I don't know if an apology was given. I wasn't there. I mean, so those are the the questions that need to be asked if an apology was given before we jump down. Just like when Everald Warmington did his thing and he gave an apology. I think it was a couple of hours later he came out. He gave an apology. Just like the young lady from St. Elizabeth, when she uttered the war words, she stated it was too passionate, and she's a passionate person. She gave an apology, whether or not you want to accept it, yes or no. We are humans.
Did you know that the PNP told Jamaicans that Siaga called them black scandal bag? You know that?
Well, neighbor, I heard of that. I heard of that.
He never did that.
Well, I get to understand that he never did that. Yes, for record, and I will
That's
say
so
this.
all you
Young lady, I'm having a discussion with the gentleman. Can you please allow me
and
to
I'm going
speak?
to intervene. Neighbor,
No.
this is just how the PNP always spread propaganda. Me have to get this point in. The PNP always tell lies and try damage people's reputation. Goffman don't want you to make note of that. He doesn't want me to make note of this. He's a part of it as well.
Okay. Yes. All right. So she got that in Garfman. Let him open it back his bag. I beg you.
Yeah, he can.
All right. Garfman.
Yes, sir.
The
All right.
PNP campaign.
Let me help you out here, neighbor.
Help me out.
I'm
just asking, what if the Labour Party should start campaigning that Golden is telling the Jamaican people bad word? Wouldn't be fair.
I mean, if Mark Golden don't apologize and he used profanity on the stage, whether or not it's a hot mic or an open mic, or he never meant to do it. Again,
we have to say hot mic. Hot mic, that brother.
Oh, jeez, neighbor. I tell you what, neighbor. I tell you
You
what,
cannot
neighbor.
stop
Not a
people
mic.
from talking. They need
Neighbor,
to
not
go
a
if they
mic.
don't
Tell you
want
what.
to hear
Not
from
a mic.
anybody else.
I have $2,000 to bet in Northwest Manchester, and that is my red meat.
You don't
Any one
have
of
any
these
money,
people,
Goffman.
neighbor, any one of these people
You
here.
don't have any money.
I know.
Goffman,
Any
you're
one of
being
these
paid
people
by the
here,
PNP.
neighbor, want
I
to defend
remember
it.
when you
Put it
said,
up.
I remember when you had said that you're not talking for the PNP or JLP, you only talk about money. And it's obvious that you're being paid by the PNP now. That is why you're coming on these platforms.
All right. Dada, is your time. Dada? Is Dada there?
Oh, let me open his mic.
Dada Brown?
Dada,
Brown?
please accept the request.
No, he's up in the box.
Open your mic. Dada Brown.
Is he there?
Dada Brown, I sent you a request to open your mic.
All right, give him 30 seconds and see what happens there. If not, we move up to
Let's hear from HR.
okay.
HR?
Remove him from the box then.
Which
don't-
one?
Well, Dada, I mean, why is he here? Did you send him a request?
Okay, no.
All right.
HR? Go ahead, HR.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening, HR. How are you, sir?
I'm good, you know. I'm good.
Uh-huh. HR, you are the guru here. Take us into the scene on that stage and what would have caused Golden to have such a meltdown.
Well, neighbor, that's a pressure bus pipe, you know. Pressure
Yes.
bus pipe. The
Do you
People's
think
National
he's
Party,
under pressure, sir? What is the pressure that he's under?
he's under a lot of pressure, neighbor, because
No, but the PNP is doing, hold on. The PNP has just completed a successful bus tour. They are winning the election. They are going to be putting Jamaican children in Pro Box and our HR wagon. They are a popular party. They are winning.
Yeah, but you just said some things. All that is missing is that red nose and that funny, colorful hat, wig and such.
Am I
and
not
that big
correct, HR, that
boot.
the PNP had a very successful bus tour. They have proposed a brilliant idea
success
of
is relative.
You need that clown nose, that red nose,
Success
and
is
that
relative.
you need to
Success is
paint your
relative,
face,
neighbor.
neighbor.
they are ahead in the
Oh,
polls.
you're funny.
How you mean their pressure? Is the Labour Party under pressure?
Success is relative, neighbor. But I tell you this, the People's National Party,
Is the PNP not winning the
movement, as
election,
an
sir?
organization, their back is against the wall. And so that is why you find their leaders scratching and reaching now. Because the elections that we're going into in a few weeks, that this will be the third loss for the People's National Party. Therefore, that movement, the PNP, will be in political oblivion for 15 consecutive years. So they're scratching and they're reaching now. And that is why you find Mark Golding cursing on stage, which I find quite despicable, by the way, because if you're supposed to compare Mark Golding and Prime Minister Wholeness, compare leader to leader. First of all, you will not. I'm prepared to swear for the Prime Minister, neighbor, to say you will not hear such profanity coming from the Prime Minister's mouth and no political platform.
And if he had
put my
said
neck on the
he would
block,
have
neighbor,
condemned-
to say none of us will
Uh-huh.
hear the Prime Minister, Prime Minister Wholeness, uttering such profanity on any public stage, right? And if it was Prime Minister Wholeness, it would
Yes.
have been deplorable. It would have been deplorable because
Yes.
with leadership, when you're in leadership, neighbor, as the responsibilities are greater. When your team can melt down, when your team can curse profanity, the leader must be set apart.
Yes, sir.
That's the burden that comes with leadership.
But I am asking you to explain to our listeners what could be happening to Mark Golding at that time, because it is not only the profanity, HR, it is the whole scene. The scene seems disturbing.
Right, I agree with you. It was despicable. It was distasteful. But Mark Golding has taken on a persona to try. I'm not sure if his handlers are speaking to him. I'm not sure what they're telling him.
One of the listeners saying that one of the
I'm not
listeners
sure
saying
the
that
PNP communication team is telling him.
the IC has failed him. Could that be true?
Maybe that may be so. That may be so. We don't know. But
Okay.
Mark Golding of late, neighbor, and if you examine Mark Golding of late, he has taken on a kind of persona to make him seem as if he's a part of the people. He's from the people. To seem kind of relatable when clearly he is not.
Aha.
And so the profanity that he
Yes.
uttered on that stage was indicative of just that, the kind of persona that he has taken on of late.
Oh,
To say to the people, I am of you, I am from you, when clearly that couldn't be further from the truth.
Ayman Banya.
That the jury's out on that one, neighbor.
Well, that's what
The
he has
jury's
said.
out on that one.
Aha.
So that is what happened on that stage, neighbor.
Yes.
But
No,
let's
HR.
take a sort of
No, HR. Let us.
personality.
Garfman has a final question. Garfman, I'm coming back to you. HR, let us take this a little further. The General Secretary of the People's National Party asked for Mr. Warmington to be arrested. Extreme, but within the law based on what is on the books. What is the PNP going to be saying now? Do you buy that it was a hot mic moment and that the context is different?
No, the context is no. No. It's even worse, neighbor, coming from the leader of the PNP. It's even worse. It's even more distasteful coming from the leader. And as I said earlier, when you're in leadership, you are set apart. The responsibilities on your head are even more greater. So when your team around you can curse profanity or meltdown, the leader must maintain composure right throughout. Mark Golding failed, and so that disrespect and a slap in the face of the supporters there in the crowd chanting.
Yes.
It was even more distasteful because it was uttered by the leader. And
Would you accept an apology from him, Garfman? Sorry, HR.
An apology would be appropriate.
Would be the start.
It would be appropriate.
Aha. You don't think he should be arrested?
Arrest is extreme, and I'm not sure if it's an arrestable offense or the law is a chargeable offense, but not arrestable.
So Colin Campbell, when he issued that for Warmington to be arrested, he didn't consult with the legal luminaries in the party?
He was just talking. That's the adrenaline talking, neighbor. That's the adrenaline. But it's not an arrestable offense, it's a chargeable offense.
Aha. Position the election at this point for me, HR. Where do you see the elections going now from your vantage point?
Where do I see the election going? I'm not one for polls, neighbor. I'm not one to what you call it? To count our seats. Right.
No,
forecast. I'm not one for forecasting or for polls. But based on the resume of the Jamaica Labour Party going into the election, that will be a major part of the Jamaica Labour Party campaign going into the election. And I don't see a loss at this point in time. Responding to that question, I don't see a loss for the JLP at all.
Don't see a loss for the Jamaica Labour Party. The Prime Minister, HR, as he moves across the country, I noticed that he's getting a warm reception, especially from the ladies. Everybody wants a hug. Have you ever seen anything like this?
I've seen it. We have had this kind of perception of political leaders in our politics before. If you take it back, Portia was loved. She was loved. Michael Manley was loved. Siaga was loved. So we have had this kind of perception of political leaders in our political history before. But if you're comparing both leaders, current political leaders, Prime Minister Wholeness and Mark Golding on the other side, the reception that the Prime Minister is receiving is, well, let me just say, well deserved. And women women in politics has always loved political figures, male political figures in politics. Most of our workers in the party are females.
Yes. Hold
Most
on
of the
there.
workers
H.
in the party are women.
Don't move. Stay where you are. Garfman, your final question.
Yeah, my final question, neighbor. And this is going to make enough nice, neighbor. All of these people who support the Jamaica Labour Party, neighbor, are they a member of the party? Or are they only supporters of the party?
We are
Wait.
members of the
What does
party.
it
We are
matter?
card
Okay,
carrying
so this,
members.
What
okay,
does it
fine.
matter?
Thank you. So you're
What does it matter?
neighbor, and
Yes,
I will challenge a neighbor. Well, Tari is a young man. Can you say he's 17 years old? He may be a part of the G2K neighbor with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If all 5 of your members tonight can produce a card, a paid up membership of the Jamaica Labour Party, I am willing to give $25 for each card, neighbor, and I will send it
We're
to
not
you.
hungry.
And I will make
We're
this
not
very
hungry.
clear.
Oh, what is
I
that?
have
Get
shown
out,
them the
man. Get
information
out.
before,
Get
and
out.
I challenge these
Manners.
crowds.
We're not hungry.
No, man, find somewhere, though.
Philippines,
No,
No,
man,
you're not easy. Get away. One time
Philippines, it's
yourself
not a
a
question.
million.
Philippines,
What was your point
it's
in
not a
asking that question?
It's not a question of hungry Philippines. What does it matter?
What was
I
your point in asking
I
that
didn't say to
question?
anybody is hungry. I'm giving it to charity. If you guys can provide that you are a card carrying member, I will donate it to the charity of neighbor. I will donate it to charity.
And the charity would very, very well.
I will donate it
What
to
does
Donate it to your
what does
charity.
it matter?
No,
Why
no,
does
So
it
why-
matter?
no,
It doesn't
so-
matter.
Donate it to
That's how I
yourself.
like to donate.
So-
Wow.
So why
just
does
like
it?
to
Why does it need
identify
to?
the fraud,
Why does
you
it?
know?
Why does it need to be a quid pro quo?
No. That everything for me is transactional, my friend.
Mighty God.
Everything for me is transactional.
All right.
Neighbor,
Listen,
neighbor,
you need
neighbor,
to
neighbor,
just
can I
go
urge you,
because
please?
some
Neighbor,
you waste
neighbor,
a lot
can
of
I
time. You make
urge you,
no
please, to get on
sense.
with the program? This is nonsense. Get on with the program, neighbor. Get on with the program.
Neighbor,
Yeah, it don't make no sense on the program.
Get on
Somebody
with the
can
program.
call Trevi for me,
I
please.
don't see the point. I don't see the point in
I
dignifying
know you
that
that,
response.
but
Get
no,
on with the
you
program,
could
neighbor.
not see the
Get on with the
point.
program.
The reason why you could not see the point because you cannot defend the point, so you won't see it. That's
Get on with the program, neighbor, please.
I know.
Get away. You make no sense. Get away. You make no sense.
Get on with the program, please.
Philippines,
Let's carry on, neighbor.
No, don't run away, Garfman.
Garfman, was there a rationale behind that question?
Let's see if we
Tari,
can.
can you please stop prolonging the issue?
Absolutely
let's get on with the
no
program.
rationale behind it.
Tari,
Let's
good. Tari, the rationale behind the question is that whenever a lot of people, if you are a supporter of a party, you
Sorry. There is another person online that we haven't heard from. Let's see if we can work with the 5 minutes, please. Reaper.
Good night, guys. You know, me
Go
there
ahead.
again.
3 minutes. Go ahead. 3 minutes. Philippines.
Yeah, 3 minutes, good man. Good night, everyone. So, the gentleman needs to understand, and this is one of the reasons why PNP has been falling behind, right? So, we're not gonna have a green card, so we're JLP because we're Jamaicans. And so far over the years, we're choosing Jamaica. And choosing Jamaica added us down the part of the JLP. So we're not JLP, we're choosing Jamaica. In turn, now we are JLP. Because if Andrew Wholeness wasn't doing such a good job developing the country, we wouldn't be here. Have you ever noticed any other PNP live you ever go over, neighbor? I'd be a war and bad word and stone and fling. You can't even you have to use earphone if I go over them live, toward them hostile. That's how their leader, that's the same so their leader operate. So when in the pan stage, a man bad word come out. Yeah, you have to understand, say you just sketch him one time because behind closed doors, I gotta say I'm going 24/7. So it's not surprising to me. This a brother you say at mic. At mic, when you one certain place, the mic is on and you never know. Him have the mic in her hand, so him can't say, just a second, some nice at boy place. Hold on.
Is that a labor train passing, sir?
I'm coming down.
No, which
is
part
here?
live labor right now? Which part live labor right now need for campaign or not? Them alright. Alright, so yes, it can now. So when him a say at mic, you can't have the mic in your hand. Yes, the mic, him say the mic a get problem, but the mic is working. So I can't be at mic. So when him a spin this script and I say, oh, he got caught in a at mic. No, go so. Him talk because he was frustrated and he was flustered. You cannot, neighbor, all you have to be a head in the poll. All your supporters them say you're gone with the victory. Then why are you so pressured and stressed? You're supposed to smile. You're supposed to just go around and shake and kiss babies and just know say, all right, you're going to be the next prime minister. You're not supposed to go through all of this. Everywhere you go, you're not go with a solid plan. Everywhere you go Portland or you're going to dump up the swamp and make houses.
Let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me tell you something. The People's National Party knows that it is going to be difficult to win the election. I think they know that. Well, the leader said it, that it's not going to be an easy.
Neighbor, the reason why it's not got easy for the PNP them win any election at all when Andrew Wholeness is running, because they're not up against JLP supporters only, they're up against JLP and Jamaicans. You know the people when they work, when I put on a green and I run up and down and I jump up and
But I don't know if you listened to the notes earlier when I made the point that the PNP have not successfully discredited the government.
No. Let me give you a joke.
To cause their telephone message to be appealing. And so right now, the PNP is really throwing a lot of things and hoping something will stick.
All right, so my father would have said one of the dieted PNP them. And I mean I trouble him recently. I know said the whole bus saga change your mind.
Is that so?
I laugh till a week, man. Come here for trouble him, And when me tell you say the man say certain things you have to oppose, certain things you have to leave alone. Coming from a man where I vote PNP for him a baby till now. So me say, so where I go do? He say he can't support. He can't support the party there right now. He say he can't support it. Me laugh. So then he say the taxi thing and the PNP, when say diety, the man not left them PNP. So me have to say then, see nothing, the party know where you not go for him say everything gone through the window because them are tear down the bus with the pity them. And him know. Everybody go through the struggles of the taxi and the buses and the picnic get pregnant and feel up. Him know, everybody know. I don't know secret to society. So they must say that alone. So I tell people say certain things when they might grow on the island and I put them foot in their mouth, they're going to feel it at the poll. And not just him one. Majority of the people I say the same thing.
Yes.
Leave certain situation alone.
Yes, sir. We have Tar with us. We have Chuck Finley. HR is here, staying with us for a few more minutes. Let's check in with Mr. Finley to see what is happening on the ground. Mr. Finley?
Hello, my neighbor. My neighbor voting for Labour, as you know.
Me and you is a cockroach, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We run up and down at night when the dark, when the light turn on, we scatter.
Yes. Chuck, how are things looking now for the party? You have been on the ground. How are things looking?
Neighbor, did you see the Prime Minister tour today?
I saw snips.
Did you see the love and support that the Prime Minister was receiving?
Yes, sir. I saw some of it.
That was on the ground. Did you see the digital love that the Prime Minister was getting? The Prime Minister had well over 2,000 viewers on TikTok at one stage. I have never seen Mark Golding get even 500. And he has continued to dominate social media. The ground
Yes.
for the Jamaica Labour Party is very fertile, very
Yes.
fertile right now. And
you
we are
talking about
planting
actual voters. These people have votes.
actual voters, right?
Yes.
The people today in St. Elizabeth came out and showed the Prime Minister they love, and the Prime Minister seen that same level of support right across the parish, right across the 15 parishes of Jamaica. The Prime Minister will be seeing the same level of love and support.
Yeah.
Right.
Chuck,
Today was
are there areas that you are working on that you're not comfortable with? That you could share?
as in seats?
No,
as
man,
in seats?
as in strategy. No, as in strategy, as in where the election campaign is. Are there?
Well,
are
there's always strategies, you know, Miss Neighbor. But the thing about a war is that you have to be careful what you say in public, because you never know what bit of information might be important to someone.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But the Prime Minister now is being strategically placed in certain areas. Is that a sign that
Yes,
these areas need strengthening?
Is that really a sign that needs strengthening? You have some people that wants to see the Prime Minister, and when the request comes in, once we can accommodate the Prime Minister going to those areas, he will definitely be going. So you have people, you have some generational people who have been asking, I want to meet my Prime Minister. So the Prime Minister will be accommodating those people. That's why we're doing this tour. It's not really a meeting, but a tour we can drive through and make some quick stop, meet some people and move on. Just about showing the love to the people. The people that turn out for you when they request you turn out for them, and that is the mantra of the Prime Minister.
Yeah. So in terms of the strategy, Chuck, what you can reveal, is the strategy to the election date being worked through quite well on the ground based on what you are seeing? Is everything?
It is going. It is. We're gonna. You hear the term. You hear the term. We're running through the tape.
Yes.
Yes, we're gonna be running right through the tape. Running right through the tape. Right?
And then you are having a gospel concert in Old Harbour tomorrow.
Old Harbour tomorrow night. All labor rights, all road lead to Old Harbour. We're gonna bring back some God. There will be no microphone mishap in Old Harbour tomorrow. I can promise you that. There will be no mic check in Old Harbour. There will be no bespoken word. There will be no hot mic, as it is called in Old Harbour tomorrow. It will be about God and not calling down anything else on anybody. No farmer. The only cloth that will be mentioned in Old Harbour tomorrow is the anointed one. No other cloth will be mentioned.
Why are you using religion in the politics?
Never, there has never been a political campaign where the Jamaica Labour Party don't have a gospel campaign. It has been a nature of our politics for the longest time. Every election campaign, we've always had a gospel campaign and concert.
Yes. And what is the objective, sir? To convert the labor rights into Christianity?
No, is that everything we do, we put God first.
Okay.
Whether it's campaigning or leading.
Neighbor, me always say this, that the Jamaica Labour Party is a conservative party. Right?
Yes.
It's the Christian party. We need to know that.
Whatever we do, we put God first.
We believe in the traditional family values and all of that.
And all of those things.
So it's mere a party rather than a gospel concert. It's a party.
Yes, a gospel concert. We'll be lifting up the Lord.
I see. Well, let us see if he is lifted up too.
And he will.
Yeah.
When you lift up God, he will lift you up also, you know. We will be lifting up the Lord.
Okay.
So come Sunday, Old Harbour will come alive with the Jamaica Labour Party and our gospel concert.
And I suspect, sir, that there is going to be a hell of a crowd in Old Harbour tomorrow.
There will be a hell of a crowd, a heavenly crowd in Old Harbour. Heavenly crowd will be in Old Harbour. And so
you are slick, sir. You are slick. All right. Mr. Finley, tell us, as you have always done, how important you see this election in our history, sir? How important you think this election is?
Never, this election is so important. Like I've always given you this, and I'm gonna keep answering you this way. We have been at this point before, 2 times before now. In 1972 and in 1989. In 1972, Jamaica had one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Jamaica was just poised to take the next step. We were building out our educational institution. We had factories opening up daily. Every week there was a new factory opening up somewhere. Foreign investors was coming in. Factories, industrial terrace, you know that name, industrial terrace, a little place on Spanish Town Road. That was no accident. That was the name of it because it was supposed to be our industrial mecca. Goodyear has their factory everywhere was developing in Jamaica. Jamaica was doing so good that a group of 28 countries came here to study what Jamaica was doing. And we were on the part. Economy, as I said, growing at 18%. The PMP won in 1972. And within 2 years, 2 years after that, the Michael Manley administration was in Washington, hat in hand, begging money from the IMF. Before that, Jamaica had never taken money from the IMF. Never taken money from the IMF. 2 years it took the Michael Manley administration to break this country from one of the fastest growing economy in the world to negative 5% growth. From a net international reserve of $146 million in 19, that was a whole heap of money back then. 2 years, we came from that to minus $600 million. And Jamaica has been trying to dig its way out of that hole ever since. Edward Seaga came back in 1980, led us for 9 years, and returned the country to growth in 1986. We started growing again in 1986 at 3%. Growing, yes. We had Hurricane Gilbert in 1987. He was able to repair this country within less than 2 years after massive catch. In comes the PMP again at another consequential point in our history, at another consequential election. The PMP came, they promised to put people first, and they won. Yes. And we ended up with 18 years of disaster, 18 years of stagnation. We ended up with one of the worst financial crises in the world, man-made. We ended up being FinSac, where the business community were ruined, where children's future were ruined, where the country couldn't afford to fix a road, couldn't afford to pay public sector. Crime get out of control. Come again, the Jamaica Labour Party came back and repaired the damage. Once again, Jamaica is the envy of the world. Countries, they don't have to come here this time to study what we are doing, but they came and recruit our finance minister and take him overseas and say, come, do this for the rest of the world. They are once again studying us. We are once again the pride of the Caribbean. The Caribbean is looking for us for leadership again. And the only thing that can derail this train is if the Jamaican people made a third strike. And this time, there may not be a Jamaica left to save. There might not be a Jamaica left to save this time. Because the person now, and this is important, neighbor, the person now that are leading the other party, when they created all that damage in the 90s, they only had the ears of power.
Yes.
This time they will have the pen.
My time is running out. Why should fans vote for your party, sir? Why?
Because the Jamaica Labour Party has proven that they have the best interests of Jamaica and Jamaicans at heart. We have always done what is best for the country and for the people. We have development plan. We don't make promises. We make commitments to people, and all our commitments have been fulfilled. We have always been honest to the people. We have never make wild promises for political gains. Andrew Wholeness as a leader has always tell the people of Jamaica what is possible and what is not. We don't make political promises to people in order to garner support. We make commitments to people. He promised the people of St. Thomas development, and he has delivered. He promised the rural kids a school bus system, and we are delivering it right now.
Yes.
He promised us that we will be able to sleep with our door open, and we are on our way to that right now.
Yes. You're expecting to win the election, sir. Are you expecting the party to win convincingly?
I am confident the party will win.
Convincingly?
Convincingly. Not scrape through the door, convincingly.
Convincingly meaning over 40 seats? You think that the party can do that?
Convincingly meaning over 40 seats.
Oh. All right. And give us an idea, Mr. Finley, of when the elections would how you see it.
We'll get through this before school open.
You think that it will be before school opens?
Yes, sir.
Right.
School opens in September. We won't get to September.
Mr. Finley, I said earlier that I sense that the enthusiasm of laborites are so high that there is no location in Jamaica that can hold you guys at this time. Do you sense that too, sir?
I sense that.
I
sense that. I think
down to Old Harbor tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I may pass through your gospel concert.
You need to pass through the gospel concert, neighbor. You need to pass through. I will definitely be in Old Harbor. My neighbor, say sometimes I wish there's time when I went to this event and I said I'm gonna do a live broadcast on this. But when I get to this place, neighbor, I am too excited to even turn on my phone.
Okay.
When I am at these events, I am meeting and greeting labor right, and usually I have my little bar in my car trunk. So once we go there, we find one spot and park up. It's fun.
Wow!
Because the gospel concert, I'll be orange juice I'm having at the car trunk tomorrow.
Bring 2 Malta for me, sir. I will link you.
It will definitely be there, sir.
Always nice talking to you, my cockroach friend.
All right, neighbor. Big up yourself. Warrior love, I am going to give you a call, Warrior.
Yes, please, Chuck. Call me right now when you get done, please.
Okay. Right. But by the way, Chuck.
Yes, neighbor. I'm here.
You're a very decent man. I have found you to be a very decent man. You're not a hypocrite. I know why I say that.
Well, neighbor, I try.
Yes, you're a very decent man. Thank you, sir.
All right, neighbor. Big up.
Pick up yourself. All right, Warrior, coming to you, Barry. Warrior.
Hi. Hey, neighbor.
Hi.
How are you?
Hey, how are you? What a lovely voice.
Everyone. So, labor rights.
Where you calling from?
I'm calling from overseas.
Oh, you are in the.
I'm just kind of checking in. I kind of wanted to just big up everybody and just make an appeal to ordinary Jamaicans to please do the right thing. Please vote Jamaica. There is just one way forward, and green means go. Let us go forward, please. I am tired. I'm exhausted. Jamaica is tired. She's exhausted. She wants to grow. We have to go forward. Please.
Are you coming home to vote?
Naturally.
You are coming home.
Yes, I always do.
Well,
Always do.
Can you take a green Clarks for me?
I'm sorry?
Can you take a green Clarks for me?
Naturally. Do you want it to be custom made? You want it to
No,
say
man.
hello,
Just
neighbor, please?
No, man. Pick up an ordinary green Clarks.
Ordinary green Clarks. All right, neighbor. I got you. What size?
7.5 is good.
7.5. That means you probably have to go wear 7 because you know say it can go straight. So you want it
Yes.
a proper
No,
size
7 is a
smaller.
little tight. I don't like them when
Okay.
they're too tight.
But neighbor, you know, say clocks have to be a little closer on the feet because they tend to stretch.
Yes.
So you want a
Uh-huh.
half size smaller because you don't want it big like you wear 2 gunman for your foot.
No, me don't want it too big. And by the way, Lord Jesus, when I step out in the green clouds there, oh, I tell you,
Festive.
it's
Festive.
gonna be something else.
Green clocks for the elections. Yeah. Fabulous.
So do
Fabulous.
you
And I just want to implore us again as ordinary Jamaicans. If you look ahead, you'll see that our future, our brighter future is within our grasp. We just have to do the right thing and vote right. Vote for Jamaica.
You're a strong supporter, warrior love of the Jamaica Labour Party, eh?
I'm a strong supporter of Jamaica, and if I support Jamaica, then I have to support the Jamaica Labour Party.
But make the distinction. You are a strong supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Yes, because I
Ah.
support Jamaica, so yes, definitely.
Is have you always been a Labourite? Are you under 40?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I am one of those voters that had become apathetic, but we can no longer sit on our hands. We can no longer allow others to make the decision for us. We have to make this decision for ourselves.
Why
It's
are you why
important.
are you why are you why are you so passionately making this plea to Jamaicans at this time through this medium? Why do you think it necessary to be so passionate in this plea?
Because there will never be another time than now.
Uh-huh.
Only time is now. We are faced with challenges. Yes, we are,
Uh-huh.
but we are also faced with opportunities to grow as a country and as a nation and as a people. And the time to grow is now. The
Uh-huh.
time to grow, the time to move forward, the time to advance is now. When you look across the Caribbean and you look at everything that's happening, our leader, our prime minister has received the vote of confidence from his fellow leaders in the Caribbean who have chosen him as their leader. So I think it is only right for us to join hands and hearts with our Caribbean neighbors who have chosen our leader as their leader for us to do the right thing and strengthen him on his journey, bolster his position by voting him in as our prime minister yet again, so he can lead us and CARICOM forward. He can lead us and our Caribbean community forward, lead us and the diaspora forward in a way that only he can, as was proven by the vote of confidence that he received from the Caribbean community.
Final question. What has impressed you most about this government, if by extension this prime minister?
Promises made, promises kept. The rate at which he and his his cabinet has been able to reduce our crime statistics, our major crime statistics, is nothing short of miraculous. But of course, it wasn't by miracle. Yes, God is always in it once JLP is in it. However, we all know that this came from forward thinking, proper planning, proper execution, proper spending, proper use of our resources to strengthen and train the police force, to get in proper crime fighting equipment in an effort to reduce our major crime and make it possible for us as Jamaicans to walk freely. He has managed to provide employment that also aids in reducing crime. And he has managed to strengthen our security forces. And now is just the time for us to vote him in as a vote of confidence and to help our country to move forward. This is our time to prove to our neighbors, to prove to the world that we are Jamaica and we are capable of growing, we are capable of evolving, and we are capable of greatness. And with this government, what I see is prosperity and greatness for us as a nation. We've been through enough, and I feel like voting in someone with such a sordid family history, given who we are as Black people, additionally, is just a vote for our past, a vote for the shackles that have already bound us, that we have fought to rid ourselves of. And again, forward ever, backward never, vote Jamaica.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Refreshing actually. Barry?
Good night, everybody.
Hey Barry, how are you
Neighbor,
doing? What's up?
I am good in a neighbor. When you hear these bright people speaking, it could never be another party supporter. You hear us, neighbor?
Yes, I heard you. I heard you, Barry.
Right. Only supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party are so well reasoned, and I am supremely proud, neighbor, of
Yes.
these young people when I hear them. When I say supremely proud, I mean supremely proud. Because you listen to the articulation of the young lady just now,
She's still online. She's still online, Barry.
and I'm here and I'm sitting down listening, and I mean it's so refreshing to hear these young, bright Jamaicans speak. It could never be 6.5 dozen of the other in a neighbor.
Uh-huh.
It tells you that the kind of people who support Jamaica Labour Party are bright, educated people who have this country's interests at heart. And that is why I believe that the third term has already loaded. And we're just ready to actually leave the station. Neighbor, I am reminded of history when I hear the opposition leader go on the political platform and he speaks. He speaks about giving $1 billion here. And I mean, you think about giving TikTokers. Then you hear another $1 billion to do something else. Another $2 billion to do something else. Another $9 billion to do something else. And it only won the election in 1972. And when he came in, I realized that the country economy was at a very good place. He started to dole out money. He started even to buy farmers and young men Z90 to ride up and down. He gave away everything without thinking about how he's going to replenish the resources of the country back in the days, because he came in and inherited a prosperous economy. And what we're seeing now, neighbor, is a reckless opposition leader who is hell-bent on going down the same trajectory, the same path as they did in the 1970s. And when they left the country, we had lost 25% of our GDP and 133,000 jobs at the time.
I didn't put it back up on the line, but
5 flights a day. And so, neighbor, this election is an election that will decide the fate of Jamaica and where we go as a country. And it is the first time that Jamaica is going to get an opportunity to actually take ourselves out of the doldrums. Every opportunity we get to this point where we now need to put the icing on the cake. Somebody came in and cut up the cake before the icing got put on it. And so I heard Chuck said this is our last opportunity, because if we don't win this election, and the PNP should get it back and continue with their recklessness,
I don't think we have
There's,
any internet.
there's going to be no Jamaica for us to repair again. And so it is behovent on the Jamaican people to think about choosing Jamaica and Jamaica Labour Party to form the next government. Outside of that, neighbor, we are going to be in serious trouble, especially based on the rhetoric that we hear coming from the People's National Party. No meaningful plan to grow this economy. No meaningful plan to actually consolidate and build on the R1 gains that we have had over the past 9 years. No meaningful plan on continuing to modernize the infrastructure of our country.
You're right, man. Right, Barry. The whole event. Help us with that.
Well, I think basically what I'm saying, neighbor, is that I'm impressing upon our Jamaicans to choose Jamaica. It is pretty much a clarion call to the Jamaican people to say to them that this third term is in your best interest and Jamaica's best interest.
Yeah, Barry, you have more information than a lot of others. As a matter of fact, I suspect that you have been doing a little bit of checks on the ground. How are you seeing it, Barry? What are you hearing out there?
To be honest with you, neighbor, I realize that a lot of the people I'm coming across, neighbor, and pretty much they say birds of a feather they flock together. I mean, and I don't know if I can judge it, but for the most part, the people I'm actually conversing with and the companies that I'm in, the people I get a chance to talk to, are people who are supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party. Are people who are sympathetic to what is happening in the country.
Are they inspired? Are they motivated?
Very inspired, very motivated. I've had people who said they have never voted, but they will never allow this opportunity to pass them because they want to be on the right side of history, neighbor.
Yes. This is real, Barry. I mean, you are a legal, like, no doubt. And I am asking you to be very frank with me. What you are picking up on the ground is that the Jamaica Labour Party is in the ascendancy. Are you picking that up?
I am picking that up, neighbor. I am picking that up. And I don't want anybody to be fooled that we don't need to do any work. We still need to do our work because we have to understand that the PNP is a base. But the good thing about what is happening is that the uncommitted, or the people who have not yet chosen a party, are more likely to go with the Jamaica Labour Party given what is happening.
You think the party can retain its 49 seats, sir?
Neighbor, I am looking at 49 plus. To be honest.
49 plus?
Yes. When I see what is happening, neighbor, I don't want us to underestimate the pull that the leader has. The lead that the leader has in terms of how he's able to attract. And in a general election, while people want to vote for their candidates, neighbor, this is all about Andrew Michael Wholeness and the Jamaica Labour Party.
If that were so, Barry, wouldn't the polls be picking that up?
The polls have been picking it up, neighbor. And you and I had this discussion before, you know. There's one particular poll.
We have spoken since the Anderson poll came out.
Right. So we have not spoken since the Anderson poll. But the Anderson poll was not telling us, because it kind of not making much sense to me. How is it that the party leader and the people sees the Jamaica Labour Party as the best party to lead this country? And at the same time, the PMP is leading.
Look at Garfman sending donuts for Philippians. Philippians, you see that Garfman loves you? Treat him a little better.
Right. So basically, I don't get it. The Prime Minister is leading. the polls suggesting that the people believe that the Jamaica Labour Party is the best party to lead this country at this time, neighbor. And at the end of it all, the PNP is leading by 3 points. While there's a margin of error of 3%, which will probably put it at a statistical dead heat, which the pollsters say that it won't be a statistical
But
dead heat.
if the Jamaica Labour Party wins 49 seats, Barry, plus more, none of these polls would have any credibility.
And I did tell you why I said that. Remember, no, 4% lead with 2.5% margin of error. It could be 2 plus or 2 against. So if you were to take the Prime Minister having a 10-point lead as the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, you would have to assume that the plus is for the leading party. And if you put that 2.5% on that, 4% is going to give you a 6% lead. And with the poll that the Prime Minister is carrying on, which you know that a lot of people who vote for in a general election tend to vote for the Prime Minister, the leader of the party. And with that swing, neighbor, the possibility exists that what we will see is a wipeout of the People's National Party, because that 10% pull that the Prime Minister is carrying is going to hold some weight, neighbor, and we have to take that into consideration.
Yeah. Under a little bit of pressure for time, you see, Barry, I'd love to explore this a little bit more with you when we have more time.
Not a problem, neighbor. It was good to. What's the name of that young lady? It's very good. It was very good to hear that young lady. And
Warrior Love is her name. Warrior Love.
Warrior Love, right? It was good to hear her. She reminds me of Atari, who is going to be our next counselor for the Papine division. Yes. So he's going to be turning 18 in September, and I assume that he's going to be applied to become a member of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Tari?
And will apply for that seat in that region. Yes.
By the way, Tari, I have to talk to you. I actually got something for you to sign.
Okay.
That is going to keep you here.
Oh.
Yes. We are retaining your services for the rest of the elections, exclusive to Politics Plus.
Okay.
Okay, sir?
All righty.
That sounds good, man.
Yes, man. So we're putting our money where our mouth is. You don't jump over anywhere else. You stay here for the rest of the election. Okay, sir? Retain.
Yes, sir.
I'll reject the retainer, I know, because it's not a lot, but we have enough.
So, neighbor, I just want to say before I go, neighbor.
Jamaica girl, you two Jamaica girl, and Philippians.
Yes. So before I go, neighbor,
you would have to put a rider in Philippians contract.
Wait, you know that I am moderator everywhere, including my MP's page, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Michael Wholeness.
I do not share my girls.
I cannot stay here only.
But I don't share girls. If you're not with,
okay.
If you're with me, I am like Rusty. Rusty don't share girls either. You know? one girl to week. Okay, so I don't want my girl all over the place.
Arville said, so what about no?
But neighbor.
Yes, sir.
We might have a serious problem when it comes to Philippines, you know. It's my girl.
Tell you what. Is your girl too?
Oh God.
My girl.
But Philippians is what this is what about
my girl. I'm talking about my girl.
Listen, neighbor.
All along, I knew all along that you were a bonner.
Do you know
all along that you were a bonner?
Do you know the songs that the Manhattan sing that's called Forever
Yeah,
Man?
yeah, but you know, say from what they get me in a whole heap of trouble.
Well, just come up and tell us he has to you have to be shared. You didn't deny it.
Well, I see PNP losing 5 of the 17 or the 14 seats of them up.
Yeah, Rusty, you've been in this this blogging for so long. You were actually the conceptualizer behind it, and I commend you, sir. You have longevity, and you have carried the message of the Jamaica Labour Party. I hope the party has recognized you, Rusty. They have recognized a lot of their workers across. You don't have to talk personally, but I'm hoping that you are getting some recognition in terms of your work for the party.
I am hoping to see that too, sir.
What do you mean hoping to see that? I'm
well, I have to say it like it is. You know me already. I'm not going around the corner. I mean, they must know, and they must hear, and they must see Father Rusty. I mean, them face like every 5 minutes. You can't flick the phone.
Well, I tell you, if I may say this to you, you are one of the first person that introduced me to these programs. You know, yeah. I used to watch you as a Rastaman, and I used to listen to you as a Rastaman, burning the fire, and you know, sir, to be frank, when you were doing it, many of us were not even aware, you know, that this could happen. You started a path that many of us have followed into, and I hope that the party and the supporters appreciate the path that you have cleared for many others to follow through, and I see you are still at it, Rusty, bringing the message to the people and fighting your own battle. Is the party appreciative of you, sir, and have step up to honor you for the work that you have done on their behalf? Have they?
Well, I have not heard or seen any such accolades or affirmation, but I am hoping it will happen. I'm very optimistic it may happen.
I am making an appeal. I am making an appeal, sir, to supporters of the party, that if you have not yet done so, this man up top in the box is a pioneer, has pioneered this movement. And you know, Rusty, I will tell you this. There was a time when the Jamaica Labour Party, you know, sir, was all but looking down. And I think credit should go to some of you social media bloggers to have resurrected the party, defended the party, and have placed it in a position now to win a third term.
I'd love not more than that. There's nothing more I'd love than to see Andrew in office for a third term. That give me my heart's desire, but I can relax and say, thank you, Father God. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
Because here what happened. You know, one of the main nicest thing what I like to see happen. But I like to see the two main bone in the Afghan contention in terms of Upper Mark Golden constituency and Brownburg constituency. If these people could have just wake up and come to their senses and say, all right, give Andrew the vote. Me sure from the bottom of my heart, see Andrew that fix up the place for them. And make them could breathe a sigh of relief, because I know the type of person Mr. Wholeness is.
Let me take you back a little, though, Rusty. How significant do you think is the social media space to the party's success? How significant do you think?
I think it has been the most significant thing in the political space for the past. I mean, it's never been like this in no other political space. In no other era. There was no way of getting to mass amount of people without traveling or traversing the island. And you know, a lot of people can't really read in, and those who can, most of them don't even comprehend what they have read. So
yes,
we're struggling with a 67% deficit in terms of semi-literacy and illiteracy. So it's a mere 38% of the population that can actually read and comprehend properly, you know, what is happening. So social media is helping in that space, because the man who can't read a line right now have a way how to understand things and express himself. You know, I'll be arrogant sometimes and rowdy sometimes, but at least it's out there. Body can't say them not hear and them never see. You know?
I would think that you're a rock stone labourite, a big supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party. Yes.
Yeah, man, from a youth, man. I'm a youth because I never even know as a labourite when I was a labourite. I never even, when I was a kid, I used to listen to people like John Maxwell because, talk show program used to come at night.
Yes.
I start out with a man named John Maxwell, then we start listening to John Earn, Peter S.
Yes.
Peter Abrams, people like that. Till it became a daytime thing. And you started listening to people like Dick Pixley. I don't know if you remember that name.
Yes.
Dick Pixley was a pioneer of online radio show in the daytime. What is it called again? Perkins at that line.
He was a financial, Dick Pixley, some financial thing. He had, what's the name of his program again?
No, man, he was the one who pioneered the same program that Perkins came and called it, Perkins Online. It was, I can't remember the name it was called before it became Perkins Online. It was, oh, shit. But then the competition, however, was Public Eye with Ronnie Twaits. And that is where I came to know about this boy, Lambert Brown, and the his work at his union.
You remember Winston Witter was there too?
Yeah, man, and that is the era in which Goodyear was brought to its knees, the Free Zone, and a lot of these entities, and Surge Island dairies, and the sugarcane plantation in St. Thomas, the factory was closed down, and a lot of things start going backward because of Lambert Brown and this virgin named Ronnie Twaits on the radio, badgering the government every day like a ritual, and even in the time of Mr. Manley, 89 to about 92, 93, 92, somewhere there was a lot of chaos, mayhem, and the rest is history because we all know and see what Patterson did or never did.
Yes. So look, Rusty, I don't know if you can do this. If you can separate your support for the Jamaica Labour Party and speak to me as a Jamaican. How important you think it is for the party to continue in government, the party you support?
It is very important that any government at all start any project to finish it and get the chance to finish, because it is never in the best of interest of the people when a government is changed and stop any progress they have made, because every different it is quite annoying sometimes to know that a government, another side, another party might come in and scrap a lot of things. So take for instance, I hear Mr. Golden is planning to build a urban center in a swamp, which is millions of tons of concrete. How is that going to work out? I don't know. Obviously, he's planning to scrap the now being built center that is now being built in Portland. And it's very clear that he's planning on stopping this, because if there's an urban center already being built, why are you planning to build one? I don't think we need more than one per parish with the already existing businesses that are there. So it is very obvious and clear that he's planning to scrap this plan.
Yes. Fast and Furious, Rusty. How well has this government done, really? How well have they done?
Out of 100, based on the circumstances, COVID, and they never had any, set on the table in terms of, I use a gambling expression, they never have no set. I beg them beg a set, right? But they made use of it. I'd give them about 95 out of 100, I swear. And this is not being biased or because he's a labourite, but based on the amount of work they had to do and with no money, no NIR, none whatsoever, nothing in the government coffers, right? And everything was AYR, and everybody was balling left, right, and center for money. And he made sure and certain big up all of the people that would need their money by giving them their money and whatever incentive they were supposed to have gotten. And the civil servant is a backbone mechanism of this country, keep things up to date and in somewhat of an equal space.
Yeah. Yes,
Civil
yes.
servants have to be happy.
Yes, I've heard you said, Rusty, on other platforms some time ago that the government ought to do more for persons who would have been struggling, and also for its workers. You think the government has listened and would have put some thing out there for people to be excited? You think the government
I
can
don't
do
know
more?
what exactly they listen to, but I know they listen, and I can suspect that they might be listening to people like me, right?
Yes.
Because based on what I see, there's a lot of things that I predicted that I see happen that I really know so they might listen. They might listen.
Yes.
I mean, I say I'm me, but it could be. Right?
Yes.
Because there's a lot of other Rusty out there. We have share the same views. Right? And take for instance, you have had some very insightful views and some critical views. I've listened to you also, and I'm sometimes of the opinion of where is he going next? You kind of confuse me sometimes, but listen anyway. And I found it to be very informative, sometimes a bit controversial, but
Yes.
it's a space for that controversy, So I myself sometimes might be found wanting based on some of my outbursts and so on and so forth. You see, it's a Virgo. I can't wear two faces under one. I have to just tell you as it is. As it come to my mind, as it come to my heart.
Yes.
I have to free myself. It might cause you a little pain when I say things sometimes, but me free, that make me feel good. And personally, I think there's a lot that is going to happen for people in Jamaica generally, based on the type of love that this gentleman has shown us, based on the love when I see people are feeling, cannot let them down. Because the way people pour out to him, children and women and all people, him happy. He must do the right thing. Because
But do you think that you think the government has, because I've heard you say that the government ought to spend more to help the poor. Basically, I'm not putting words in your mouth, but I think that is part of what I heard you saying. Hey, you better understand that there are people out there that are kind of feeling a little pinch and they need to step up.
Well, technically, I put words in your mouth, but
may I interject? Rusty, you may know of the solidarity program that Mr. Siaga had, right?
Right.
So the Prime Minister now says that phase one, what we see now is phase one, and back in Mr. Siaga's day, the solidarity program would help persons like to start up a little, business.
Whatever they have already.
Yeah. So he said that in phase two that will be happening. He spoke about that. The Prime Minister.
Let me tell you what I see.
So they're really.
The Prime Minister is very big on social stuff. The Prime Minister is very big on social intervention, social structures, and you see, where the Prime Minister come from, there has never been a Prime Minister that has come from that space or that place, the ghetto. This is the only Prime Minister that has ever come from that space. So he understands precisely what is happening. He knows, he's been there, he lived it. Not to the fullest, as I understand it, but close enough to understand it. And this is the reason why you say, him not give nobody no board house. If not give a house, might be a concrete house. And anybody will have land where they live on, Michael Manley give them, get the papers and give them food. Because watch them have it long enough and live there long enough. So he might just settle and done. But he's also telling you that don't do it again. For the rest of folks, do it the right way. And you see, this is a discipline and the principle that we need in Jamaica for carry on and to achieve anything, We can't just ray and yay and oh and just do anything and chaka. we have to have some semblance of order. Things have to be in
Yes.
place for people to understand that this is the way it operates. When they go abroad, anywhere in North America or Europe, they operate in order. Why can't we do it here? This is
That's
our
right.
country. We
Right.
must
I
Yes.
agree with you.
appreciate ourselves, our things, our nation, our people, and our way of life, and don't make it look like so we bogo yaga. I forget
Hey,
past
neighbor,
that.
can I make a point, Rusty neighbor?
Sure.
You know, a key plank and another big thing that is coming for this government is the way we compensate our public sector employees, because that is germane to the continued productivity of the country. And as soon as the budget is able to accommodate it, right, we will see a significant increase in public sector wages, because gone are going to be the days when people want to get up and leave this country to go to another country to work. And as long as the government is able to do it, then you are going to see public sector workers, teachers, nurses, police, and other civil servants being compensated commensurate with our counterparts in the Caribbean and in North America. And that's going to be a big plank of the
But
government moving
that is
forward.
already happening right now, no, Brother Barry, if you ask me, because
It is, but it is not at the
hold
level,
on.
you
I
know.
must say this to you. There's a lot of
Yes,
people coming home right now with literally tired of farting.
Happening.
yes.
Yeah, you have a lot of
It
people
is
tired
happening. Just
of
the other
coming home.
day.
Yeah. A lot of
Let me
people
make a
coming home.
point, please.
Yes.
Just the other day, there was an article which speaks to the private sector not being able to retain their pharmacists because of the restructuring of the salary and the salary that is being paid to government pharmacists now. Persons are leaving the private sector, entering the public sector because we're being paid better.
Uh-huh.
So
But but
it is
but
getting better.
like I said, this is just the start of what we're talking about, the public sector reform program. And I'm just saying to you, this
Yeah.
is just the start. And then once you see the government being able to bring its debt to
All right.
GDP
I
further
want to make
down.
a point. This is Brother Barry. You see, what we notice this government do, you see the safety net for people that is considered vulnerable in the society are take for instance, people who have never saved nothing, never on a pension
Right.
and it's like this virgin now abandon no one.
That's it.
Everyone can touch him, everyone can talk to him, and him a look out for everybody, all sector of society. He's a very inclusive minded type of person. Him not scorn you because you're dirty or because you're mad or nothing. Him a set up a safety net for you. So you see, you have to look at this virgin with a different kind of he has a certain tenacity about him where, and I use the word tenacity, no pun intended, right? Him a challenge this system, right? Him is probably the only prime minister or member of parliament right now with a political science degrees. Him know what him a do. Him in this for the long haul, bare feet. He wanted it. So him a doing best at it.
Rusty,
The problem with most people that see him as a prime minister now, the problem is where he's coming from. Most of those other guys don't even expect him to reach where he's at right now. But I'm
yes,
trying to push him around and chat about things. He's not having it. He's doing his work diligently, patiently, timely, and not pay attention to the noise.
the nice, yeah. The
And
mark,
he
yeah.
must surprise him. He must surprise a lot of us. And
It's a good approach. It's a very good approach, Rusty.
of
And
course it is.
they continue to go around.
And
You
not
notice
chase with them.
a lot of these
Do it
things
and
that
get it right.
they are trying to push to the fore, the lies and stuff are dying and natural death and backfiring on these people.
And they tried to embarrass him. They tried to embarrass him by publishing him little drop of money. And he's quite comfortable with him little drop of money, no crazy.
Of course. I
I'm
mean,
cool with that.
of course I'm cool with that. And then the thing is, Rusty,
Cool with that, honestly.
I went up in
Proud
a community 2 days ago, and I saw two ladies sitting at a bar. Right? They were waiting for somebody, but the kind of sun was out, so they were just sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard one of them on the phone saying, you know, me went up there and me get through, you know. Right? So I was there listening, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the other young lady, somebody came to, the other young lady was sitting down and said, you hear about the solidarity program? And you say, you know, so I hope them I come from. She said, I hope them my girlfriend I come from, you know. And we just get through, we you know, them sign me up and everything went through.
Mm-hmm.
And right away, one of the young ladies said, what I'm going to do, a 2 dozen chicken that me I go buy, you know. And some feed,
Brother Barry. Look, I tell you something, Brother Barry. He's not the easiest man in the world to get to because he's the Prime Minister. But he's easily accessible.
Yes.
I don't know if you make sense of that.
Of course, yes. You know, I mean, yes.
The fact that he's the Prime Minister, you can't just take up your phone and call him and get him one.
No, because, I mean,
if you need to get him like that, really need to get him, you will get him.
Of course,
he's accessible. And he's a good listener, and if he make you a promise, trust and believe it will happen. Right?
And as long as something reaches him,
you see the love in him don't like to see people suffer.
No.
He don't like
and
it.
he does not scorn his black Jamaican brothers.
And he not
regardless of their condition.
You see it. And
yes.
him, see, you know what I notice him do? When he might drive and him tour them, he make notes. He view the place and he make notes of every little thing.
Yeah.
He's a thinker. He's a thinker.
Rusty, I am here in Jamaica. I mean, I'm excited. I went up to Constant Spring and I was wondering where in the world I was. So beautiful, right?
I really appreciate the development because you know what? Everybody want to go foreign. Sometimes we stay a foreign this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make those on the outside and come in here and know say foreign them come to segue. Yeah.
Me tell you.
Develop. Yeah,
Rusty,
I like the development. You might develop the place. That is one of the reasons why I like Mark Bolden and Brown Burke. Lose themselves.
Barry?
Develop the place.
Yes, no.
But you're going to have to continue with Rusty for a few more minutes. In case he's on, I'll have to take a little break.
Okay. No problem.
Okay.
You might develop
Rusty,
the place.
let me tell you something.
Developing the place to the point where anybody from any first world country comes here, it don't feel like a back of bush them gone.
When I don't miss out on anything, I just drove out of the house a while ago and I said I was a little hungry. And just drive a little up from where I live. I have like about 6 different fast food places to choose from. So that's just one. I mean, and I was driving around. I mean, I drove around and looking at a different development, different projects that are in different stages of development. I went over to Content, which is like about a stone throw from where I'm at now, in the Angels. I went to the police station that is being built on St. John's Spanish Town bypass across from St. John's Road. There, I went up to the Golden Acres police station. I went over the Spanish Town Hospital, and I went over to Aragonabo. So I've been to quite a few places, and I'm very, very pleased. I was here in January, and most of those things that I'm telling you about, they were not necessarily happening in January.
I'm tell you something, Brother Barry. You know, my biggest setback is I am not mobile. I don't have a transportation for myself. So what I really like for the what I like for out the more and do more coverage and share more information. Unfortunately, I am limited based on financial constraint and not being mobile. You know, and I guess I try to reach, you know, but until that happens, I do what I can do from the space for me, you know. You understand?